Very, very good evening. Welcome. It's September 15, 2024. It's a Sunday, and welcome back to the daily Indian football discussion on my channel. Sorry, I'm a few minutes later than I wanted to be, was here at local football. I'll tell you a few stories about that as well a little later. It contains a story regarding Pep Guardiola, so I'll speak about it a little later. But let's talk about Indian football and its latest happenings. Of course, Kerala Blasters lost their opening game today against Punjab FC. Punjab FC scored a late winner. With all the negativity that we've had in the last few weeks, I would love to talk a little bit more about the Vinith Venkatesh story, which I find, one of these stories which I just love. And hopefully, we should have more of those. And of course, the surprise signing of Nuno Reis by Mohun Bagan Super Giants, which announced earlier today. Let's talk about all those things. Good evening, Giron Rea. Good evening, Deepak. Good evening, Waman. And let's get into discussion. Rahul KP is sick. Hello, so Mohun Bagan literally dropped bombshell. What was that? Blue, my assumption was that there might be some injury in the squad, which I haven't heard. At least I've not got any confirmation of that so far. But that was, so to say, my logic on the matter. That was one. And but let's get into more talking about that. Ranjan Chaudhary, welcome back as well. Punjab won, but didn't like Rahul KP tackle. That should be a red card. Plus 3-match ban tackle. Yeah, let's see. Blasters disappointing start, says Febin. Do you see them getting better as the tournament goes forward? See, the question for the Blasters this season is, can they get the best? Mikkel Store, new coach, a lot of nervousness around the club, I would say. To me, the Blasters still have the potential to be a top 6 side. But again, there are, I would say 10 sides who have the potential to get into the top 6. So the question is, what kind of a season does it turn out to the Blasters, losing at home to Punjab FC? Punjab FC, to me, are one of the dark horses, if not the dark horse of this season. Let's see what happens. How can Mohun Bagan sign 7 foreigners? FIFA World, they've signed a 7th foreigner. Question is he won't be able to be signed except if it's a replacement in the ISL. I guess it's a signing for the ACL 2. That is my logic. I don't know if I'm right, but that's my logic, my understanding of things. And so for me, surely that's my logic. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I thought Nuno Reis was supposed to come in and join Mohammedan Sporting. And I think there was a contract offer from Mohammedan Sporting on the table, but it seems like in the last moment, Nuno Reis decided to sign for city rivals Mohun Bagan Super Giant. Mohun Bagan didn't need that much players. I guess now it is interesting to see a few good players will warm the bench. Giron Rare, I think nowadays it's not about the first 11. If you look at also Europe, it's not about even 13, 14 players. Sometimes it's a question of if you have 20, 22 players, you will have injuries. You need to be prepared. So from that standpoint, you will have thought after the first game, hey, why is Sahal on the bench? Why is Anirudh Thapa on the bench? Other people are on the bench as well. They will have injuries. And then last season showed that the bench strength and the depth that Mohun Bagan had helped them to win the ISL Shield. Kerala Blasters need to do something about their retention rate. They've lost Sahal, then Dixon. Deepak, there are two things. The question is, do you want to retain the players? That would be my first question. Do the Blasters really want to retain the players? Or are the Blasters rather looking at options of saying, you know what, I am trying to balance my financial books, and I'm trying to see how I can, uh, make this work financially for the club, and I trust and to create more talented players from my supply line, from my youth teams, and from my reserves. That's the thing. Or do they go all out and say, listen, we want to win the ISL? And at the moment, to me, it looks like, again, I'm an external person. So for me, if you ask me for my judgment, for my opinion, I would think that the Blasters, that's the reality. Your thoughts on Rahul Kipi tackle? Not good. What do you want me to say? Not the thing to do, right? And Rahul Kipi can't even dribble, as a audacity to tackle like that. What do you think? Again, Deep, as I said, let's see what happened. Deepak, I just said Nuno Reis has signed for them. Forget everything, but why was Kerala playing that kind of physical game, which is not natural for them? It caused the game in the end. Is it not? Again, what is natural? What is unnatural? That's always the question. Gear on rare. Again, if maybe under the new coach they will be more physical. So therefore, let's wait and see. Today's match was very boring and rusty, except last 10 minutes. Blues, sometimes you have those kind of games where at the start it might be boring, so therefore, let's see how it goes. Your thoughts about BFC, Venkatesh? Renal, the story is great that this boy who was with BFC now for 11 years, was a ball boy, was someone who was there. We used to watch them play. Now plays his first ever ISL game and actually scores the winner. And it was a quality goal by the boy, that's the reality. And I hope he does well. But again, we've had a lot of boys who do this, play a few games, and then they disappear in oblivion. So therefore, for me, it's a question of consistency. He has the advantage. He has players like Sunil, like Gurpreet, like Suresh around him, and they will surely guide him. Does Nuno Reis make Mohun Bagan Supergiant better? Orithro, the question is, how would he make Mohun Bagan better? Because in the ISL, they've already done their 6 signings. He is a defender. He's not even a holding midfielder. So that's the thing that I said or have been saying, and that is one thing. I think for the first half of the season, he comes in as a ACL 2 player. That is my logic at the moment. And then we'll see. Then we'll see how they play. East Bengal was playing kind of physical game for no reason against BFC, which also cost them game. Gear on rare, yes. But again, it's a question of the coach, because I felt yesterday, the last 20 minutes, East Bengal with a more attacking formation with Mehdi Talal with a proper striker in there looked stronger, right? So, but again, on the other side, East Bengal got away with a lot of fouls and there were a few red cards in there for East Bengal. Again, who's going to say that? Punjab FC forward, how do you rate him? I'm surprised with Punjab FC. Bakenga, Luka Machin, very good forward lad. Look at my video. Can we expect collab like last year with arunfoot, Curious Harry, and Sports Kabri Rahul or Akshata? Ranjan, on the opening match day, I joined the live of Hiren, and Hiren then joined the discussion afterwards on my channel. Rahul has gone abroad to study, so that's going to be difficult. Akshata, whenever she's watching, will most probably also join in some sort of form way. So yes, we will be doing some collabs, but not as regularly as we did last season due to sort of commitments of the different individuals. Why Indian footballers have murderer mentality? Refs are encouraging this murderer behavior by not giving red card and match bans. I'll let your comment stand. How do you manage to watch both European and Indian football? I just watch. I love watching football. So to me, be it locally, I just was watching a 6th division game here at Saramshad. Watch Indian football, and yeah, it's my passion. It's my job to watch football as well, to know what's happening in football. So therefore, I do watch football here, there, and everywhere. So therefore, as much as I can, I will try and watch football. And yeah, it's something which is of course very, very enjoyable, at least for me. Blast have to stop their players. BFC do, unlike them, and they are successful. Blue, BFC have the budgets. BFC have a corporate backing. The Blasters have to manage their funds differently. ACL के लिए खरीदा है Nuno Reis को. Rahul, that's one thing, potentially backup as well for the winter or when injuries come in. There's a big reason why people hate KBFC. It's their horrible behavior. Akash, I wouldn't say that to generalize. It's the behavior is a problem sometimes here and there with every club. So therefore, yeah, I think this generalization doesn't, at least for me, doesn't work. I've heard new ISL rules allows to register or deregister a player 48 hours prior to a game, but the twist here is that the registered player can again be registered, but 48 hours prior to the next game, right? No. You can't register and deregister a player. You can only register players up to, you have to have 25 players originally squad. You can grow that to 30, 35. And you can register a player only if you have deregistered another player who's injured. So this is an injury replacement. That's the only option that I know of. Otherwise, this is a new rule, which I haven't heard of. Saul has become substitute player, says Deepak. Good evening. What do you make of women's performance tonight? Ishan, I was just trying to watch a live match and glance on the side. So therefore, I was won't be able to make a pure comment. What was Rahul KP doing? He should have got straight red, but referee. Yeah, Manolo, not much to say on that. Sir, Punjab एक आई लीग टीम से केरला को हराना वाली टीम बन चुकी है. So Ganesh is saying that for Punjab FC, Kerala Blasters look like an I-League team to beat. Watching the game with the I-League referee, he said when ref had discussion with the assistant why he still didn't give red card to Rahul. Nevertheless, I have ref at least discussing things with the assistant. We saw that yesterday, right? There was this one situation where a corner wasn't given and then a corner was given because the linesman said that. So the communication seems to be better this season amongst the ref. Was women the silver lining for KBFC? Most probably, let's see. Your thoughts on today's game and Suresh center back for India in future? No, I was watching it with one eye and the other eye I was watching a live game. So I'm not going to go into details. And future India, I'm into discussion because people, one good game and people are being made in future India potential. So let them play a whole season, so therefore, yeah. Alberto only has a minor nickel as per most of his training. Maka is fit, so don't think injury problem. Maybe for backup Alberto if he gets injured. Could be Alberto or Tom Alred, but let's wait and see what happens. ISL this season looks very competitive. Hopefully Kolkata clubs will perform well. Let's see, Akash, what happens. Any player in your career impressed from lower division? Yes, many. I see a lot of players here in the lower divisions in Germany. Nuno Reis, can you say something about him? Blue, Portuguese, born in Switzerland, played for the youth teams of Portugal. Was linked this summer to Mumbai and then was, I thought, on the verge of signing for Mohammedan and now signs for, let's see. Leon Augustin made an impact. I feel he's a good youngster. Is Leon Augustin still a youngster in your opinion? Just asking. I thought Leon was getting a little older. So again, then the question is, who is a youngster, who's not a youngster? Yeah, so that's that. But yeah, player, BFC product, let's see. BFC Venkatesh के पास स्टैमिना नहीं है पर एक्यूरेसी पोजीशन अच्छा है उसको काम करना पाएगा. Ganesh saying he doesn't have the stamina, but he has got accuracy in his positioning, so he has to work. Oh, do agree with you on that. Is BFC the better camp than the ones we have in India? Yeah, I mean, surely. Your thoughts on Brazil? How did he turn wrong side to Chinese league? He went there for money, so for him it was good. As Ashish and Marcus confirmed, Nuno has been signed for ACL2. They will consider him in ISL after his performance in ACL2. Okay. Thanks, Icon Lon. Vinith Venkatesh को देख के Liston जैसा दिखता है. I didn't think he looked like Liston. I think he looked more composed to me than the Liston type of players. I don't know what you guys feel. I felt, unlike Ganesh, I felt he's a little bit more composed, and that goal, it was a thought-out goal. Today's game, very physical. PFC Fauna make an impact. Bakenga will take some more time to settle in. I think PFC can surprise any team. I said, Manolo, I said that before the season. I think they are the one to pick as a potential surprise element in the league. And let's see. Seeing how East Bengal FC and Carlos play, I don't see them in top 6 out of Challenge League in group stage. Manolo, let's wait and see. Being a KBFC fan is mentally exhausting. Yeah, I know it's difficult. A lot of credit to the Blasters fans who've supported the team, the club over the years. And that's going to be, looks a tough season at the moment. Let's see where you guys can reach. But as I said, looks very, very tough at the moment to see Blasters being very, very successful in the end. We're obviously going to sign someone as the guard injury looks serious. Blue, nothing confirmed at the moment. Let's see if it's, I don't know, if it's a ligament injury, a small one, a bigger one. We'll have to wait and see. Mohun needed a CDM like Kauko or Jahu, who are ball distributors. Nuno is a destructor, same like Tangri. What's the point of buying him? I think at the moment they're looking at the defense and the ACL, and maybe they might be thinking potential of even playing three back line of foreigners. I don't know. Can PFC challenge the decision of Rahul and demand a ban on him? Manolo, with the new rule changes, potentially, or even under the old rules, you could send in a note to the match commissioner within 3 hours after the game. Yeah. Wasn't Saif lucky to not get red carded earlier? A free kick wasn't given for a foul he committed. These things continue to happen, right? Any player you thought had potential had gone through proper development phase, he would have been great. Any player? Murali, I saw a player today here locally in Ramshad, who now plays for a 6th division team from Holzheimer SK. They faced FC Remscheid, and a player that Pep Guardiola signed for Bayern Munich from Borussia Mönchengladbach at the time, I think he was 18, a boy called Sinan Kurt was playing today. Pep signed him for 3 million euros for Bayern, saying that Sinan had a great future. He left after a few years Bayern Munich, went to Hertha Berlin, couldn't make it there, then started traveling. Last season, if I'm not wrong, he was with the 4th division team with Strahlen. Wasn't running too much, wasn't moving too much, but yeah, great touch. And I to some extent saw what Pep must have seen in the boy in the past. And that was interesting to see, right? So therefore, for me, great example of that. Again, if Pep sees potential in a player, but that doesn't make it, and he's now playing 6th division, shows you where you can go the Phil Foden way, but you can also go the other way and end up in the lower leagues. So that happens a lot. Punjab FC showing us levels since last year. That why promotion and relegation is opponent will be great fun with more teams in ISL. Here on rare, yes and no, I would say, because Punjab FC have done the right things last year. They've done the right things this year as well. But they needed time to settle down. At the start, they weren't settled. They made a few changes, and then they made some more changes in the winter. By the way, Marcus said now they signed him when they get a chance. Okay, I have other infos, Blue, but again, if that's the info that Marcus has, I would say that's it. I knew that the player was trending towards Mumbai City at the start. Didn't happen. Was there a Mohun Bagan approach at the time? I don't see that because, and again, maybe the offer from Mohammedan looked more convincing as I had a contract on offer, and then now in the last moment, he has signed for Mohun Bagan. where you put Chinese league in Asia, compared to J League or Saudi, maybe you would have compared that 8 years ago when Guangzhou Evergrande was winning everything in Asia. But at the moment, no, there's no comparison. KFC didn't make good sign in terms of young Indian players. Can't see players like Azhar playing for more than a season with KFC. Here and rare, let's wait and see. I've seen Azhar and Ayman, especially Ayman, also in the Premier League 1.5 years ago. So therefore, let's wait and see. What about Rahul KP tackle Raj? Not acceptable. Even after all this spending, I think Mono is struggling ACL too. Dimi looks fat and unfit, and Cummings has vanished in the last match. Tough times yet. Akash, these play Mohun Bagan, Super Giant, were never in contention for something big in the ACL too. If anyone thinks that, please just do a reality check. And therefore, yeah, for them to be playing against those, I don't see them. Surprised with East Bengal's performance yesterday. This team was supposedly a long-term it's a problem, right? To me, it's a problem that they look like they are, they aren't ready, and East Bengal got away with a few. There were a few more red cards in there. So therefore, East Bengal looked better in the last 20 minutes with an attacking intent. And that is the question if Carlos will change his philosophy. I saw yesterday and today there were some who were still defending the coach and the way he was playing, but a lot of people have changed their track. They're realizing that this coach plays a type of football that is not fitting to this club, to this team, with the players that he has. And it'll be interesting to see how he changes track. Very tough for him, I know. But Carlos will have to try and find his attacking instincts in a way or two. Right, 22 plus minutes, 43 people watching. Welcome to the new ones to my evening Indian football discussions here on arunfoot. 1,696 people who have now subscribed. Thank you very, very much to the new ones, to the old ones, 4 more to cross the 1,700 mark. And if you like what you see, 19 likes so far, do leave a like behind and spread the word about the channel so that more people can join in our discussions on Indian football. Just 1 second, I just need to get a tissue. Sorry, yeah, this cold weather is taking a little bit of a toll on me. Sorry for that. So I agree with Ashish Negi's comment that instead of spending money on Indian arrows, AIFF should arrange U20 tournaments so that many more players come through the system. No, I don't. And I'll explain you why, Ishan. The idea is nice, but the clubs don't want to do it. So the AIFF and the AIFF needs to ensure pathways from youth to senior level on one side, and on the other side, we need an elite program that we are capable of competing with better sides at the Asian level. And by these players playing kids tournaments, or youth tournaments, it's not happening. We saw what the level of our under 20s was, right? So they will be exposed, and therefore for me, the Arrows project has helped players to become Indian national team players, quite a number of them over the last 13, 14 years, whenever it was active. And therefore, I think I'm right. I think that's the necessary evil of an investment that the AIFF will have to make. I was surprised when players come from big players didn't perform well, but when a player didn't sound good, he's impressed a lot, like Vasquez Mendoza. Yeah, Monali, that's football. Big pedigree doesn't mean good performance. Nihal was quite involved in heated physical matchups. Yeah, I mean, for him, it was a game against his old team, right? Venkatesh seems more relaxed player. At the moment, yes. Let's see where he ends up, gear on rare, right? Jordan Drew with Kuwait, big result or lucky. Morally, I didn't see it, so I can't judge the game. What do you think would one will give chances to youngsters like Nufal and Venkatesh? AY7 football, it's one match. Can they do it the whole season? They are not, these players are not that you say, listen, you walk into the national team. I think this needs to be an understanding for football fans. We are making stars, superstars too quickly. As great as the story is, let him play a season. I said last season, and I repeat it, Jay Gupta to me wasn't ready to play international football. He needs another full season. He's playing the national team, and he's not ready, right? So therefore, yeah, in 12 months, in 18 months, we can have a conversation. Nufal, yes, set up the goals, had some great runs, but also some terrible decision making in between, right? Like a Pippin. So therefore, that's not good enough for international football at the moment. Will Carlos and Mika survive the season? I think one of them will be sacked by December. Let's see, Manolo. Looks interesting, looks difficult. I think Carlos is more in danger than Mikael Store to not make it. KFC lost. Your thoughts, Nitin? They lost against Punjab, and I think Punjab should be not taken seriously. We have Manolo Marcus with photo of Eagles team match. Yes. Hugo Bumo who's your favorite? Two great players. Morally, I would most probably choose Hugo Bumo. All matches till now are only win by 1 goal margin or draw. Yeah. BFC Academy players have been a hot topic by lots of clubs. This shows they're doing great work. Sadly, not many clubs focus on this aspect. Well, then yes, but then the question is BFC producing, as I said, with everybody else, are they producing Asian level talent? As good as Venkatesh is, if Venkatesh was really an exceptional talent, he would walk into the national team. Do we have a Lamine Yamal, do a Jamal Musiala? You can call XYZ, doesn't matter. Quadrat may lose his job if he continues his defensive style with so many attacking options. Yesterday's game was horrible to say the least. Shamadri, I agree. And again, I think he's got 2-3 matches to save his, time at East Bengal, because I think everybody's seeing that that yesterday's defensive approach. Yes, I understand, but it also shows he doesn't trust Lalchu Nunga as a centre back. Interesting to see. And the question now is how are you going to safeguard it? I mean, pushing Jeekson back into the back line is an option. So let's see. And Anwar Ali, don't know when he's going to come around. Sir, isn't it crazy that a lot of promising age group national team players don't end up playing for senior team, in fact, play in much lower divisions and 11 tournaments like ISL? Yeah, but that's normal, right? Ishan, as I just said, I saw someone today here in the 6th division in Remscheid who Pep Guardiola 8 years ago signed for Bayern Munich for 3 million euros and said this boy has a huge career in front of him. And he didn't make it. This is reality. I think, for 95, maybe 90%, 97% of boys. Very, very few, maybe not even 97, 99%, 1% maybe of the boys make it. I think we need to wake up to that reality. How Hugo was deregistered and what is the procedure? That is winter transfer window. You can do that, right? Winter transfer window, you can do that. That's a different scenario. How many clubs will get promotion to I League 2 from I League 3? Akash 2. Sir, Srinidhi bhi Punjab FC का level ही level है तो उसको भी prove होना चाहिए. Ganesh, if they are of the level of Punjab FC, let's see if they can make it. How has Nuno agreed to only play in ACL? Doesn't he want game time? Manolo, money speaks. At which position do you think Nuno Reis will play? Centre back, CDM, and ACL too. Sachin, I know he's more of a centre back, but can also play as a CDM. Will be interesting to see how Mohun Bagan structure themselves. As I said, it could also be that they're going to potentially play with 3 foreigners at the back, right? Does and be anybody, but don't be Sumit Rathi in Indian football. That's hard, but yeah. PFC looks like a good team. The defensive line looks solid. They will surely make the top 6 if they continue to play like today. Kerala was the disappointment of clueless like East Bengal FC. Shumati, that's the difficulty, I think, for the Blasters and for East Bengal, because it's not only if you play bad, but also that the fan bases will be critical about your performances. I think that's something that both these clubs will face. Not an easy one, I think, and criticism. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the Blasters and East Bengal get out of this and do something better. To me, PFC PFC has done the best job in scouting foreigners this season. Manolo, I've said that, multiple times, that to me, Mumbai City and Punjab FC have done the best scouting. इस बार home matches वाली सारी team हार चुकी है. Yeah, that's an interesting piece of stat, right? Yeah. Nah, not wrong, not right. BFC won at home. Sorry, what am I saying? Right, first match draw, Mumbai City drew Mohun Bagan 2-2. BFC won at home against East Bengal. Of course, Odisha earlier lost to Chennai FC, and of course today Blasters lost to Punjab. How do you see Grass's coaching? Is coached from India players or foreigners? Mainly by not even former India players. A lot of guys, but not former India players. I don't know much about Novi Kova. Do you miss him in Indian football? Deepak, a character like Novi is always great. I mean, I've had a lot of conversation, with Novi on Indian football. We didn't always agree on everything because, but yeah, his knowledge on the past, on Indian football, on people, just amazing. No, BFC won, Mohun draw, all home teams didn't lose. Yeah, exactly. Bayern again playing amazing, and Jamal in amazing form. How do you feel? And outside company doing a great job. Can Bayern win Bundesliga this season? Yeah, they can win the Bundesliga, and so far company has done very, very well. But again, it's mid-September, so let's wait. Did you ever feel Indian football has not realized certain things after going through a lot of things? No, they're not aware. We don't care. What you see? Yeah, not aware. So many things. Really, we've talked about it. Yeah. Your thoughts on Baichung's latest statement regarding AIFF? Disturbing to say the least. But again, if Baichung, is he addressing these things internally at those meetings? I doubt that. So the first thing is for Bhutia to address those things in the meetings, and then no one reacts, and then you take it to the press. Sir, please do a collab with Marcus. Only you two feel I understand Indian football very well. Here and there, would love to, but again, Marcus, of course, has his commitment to the Times of India, and as far as I know, Marcus is not allowed to do these kind of online shows. Do you think Hector gonna bench Hijazi like he benched Hamill in Bagan? What a player, even in this age. Could be. Yuste I thought is a little underrated, and I was surprised that he wasn't kept. I think Jose Molina will be sacked very soon. Akash, let's see. Don't have any player on one match performance. If the player can be consistent for all season, then he can be considered. Yes, Manolo, very, very right. We need to see more matches before judging any player, but for Vietnam too, we need to change 10 12 players. Now that is a trial tournament, so Manolo should bring some informed players and try them. Prasanjit, yes and no. The question is, who are the informed players and who, forget informed players. I go back to the fact Manolo needs to realize and understand who can amongst these players play continental football. Period. I don't need anything else. Manolo needs to make the understanding for himself who are the players who I can bring in and they will perform at international level. And they might not be, as I said over the last few days, might not be the best, but they have to be the right players. And also players who fit into a system. So therefore, let's see. Your thoughts on Chima Chukwu, apart from presenting exception? Chima Chukwu, I guess. Yeah, he's scoring goals. That's the most important thing. If Carlos can play 2 foreign centre backs in one match, and either of Talal or Saul has to be benched, and that should not happen. Manolo, I don't think even Saul will be benched. Saul is his mainstay in defensive midfield. And he was playing with Saul, with Jigson, and with Shovi. So, yeah. So many giant corporations bought ISL ID clubs and again, but don't try to build an academy and own stadium. Crazy. Akash, Academy, we've discussed a lot on this channel over the last few months, years. Stadium is very difficult in an Indian context with land and other things. And it's not just say, hey, listen, I just put in, the commitment is much, much bigger. If East Bengal loses one more game, will Kodat be sacked? It's also important for all of us to not get humiliation if CL against Nepal and Bangladesh clubs. Vedant, I don't think it's not going to be after 2 matches, but the pressure is growing on him. If I see social media reactions, a lot of East Bengal fans have turned on their coach already. And I think that's going to be an interesting one. And surely there are discussions happening internally as well. But if you think in Challenge League, they're going to be doing something great. Again, as I say, I am, I'm more happy if I have low expectations and the teams do better. So therefore, yes, let's see. I'm interested if Madras FC can play in ISL. Murray don't even have a first team. So how can they play ISL? They are not there yet. I think Nuno Reis will replace Tom Alderweireld in ISL after he will be fit. Let's see, Vedant. 2 foreign centre back and then using Talal substituting out the centre forward. Yeah, Blue. Great tactical thinking. Do you think we have more teams in ISL and don't have that quality Indian players which reduce competitiveness and people want more teams? And that's what I've been saying, Manolo, right? I think a 10-team league would be the best for us. I think we don't have the quality for 13 ISL teams and we don't have the quality for 12, 13 teams in the I League. I don't think we have the quality for 25, 26 teams in the top 2 tiers of Indian football at the moment. I think 2 leagues of 10 each is fine. And then we have to grow it afterwards. Diamantakos will be a flop show under Charles' style of play. Tununga is a right footer only and not a left back option show because of Cam. Too many wrong decisions next game, maybe an ultimatum from Carlos. Shumatri, let's wait and see. I'm more worried about Thapa. He will not get that much game time this season. Mohun Bagan is an important player for national team. Okay. Yeah, let's wait and see. What's gone wrong with East Bengal? Talana looks very clueless in his form. Vedant, the system is not fitting them at the moment. They have not settled. Bangalore for these states run football bigger compared to other states. Okay, Murali. Mohun Bagan buying only A-League players. Yeah, the unknown looks like. Dada, have you ever watched UK Sunday League? Honestly, those Sunday League players are better than many Indian players who are getting 6-7 crores. Rude but true. Yeah, I've seen matches. I'm watching Sunday League in the sense here, 6th Division German football, right? I feel that KBC support has considerably decreased this year. Arnab, we will see how it goes. But this whole standoff doesn't help. Do you think Vijay and Bhutia is most technical Indian football produced? Vijay, and yes, Baichung is not a technical player for me. What stands different in Mourinho and Xavi? Alonso, I think you mean. Mourinho is a defensive coach. Alonso is an attacking coach. Yes, Arnab, right. Will there be any downfall of Indian football after the third round World Cup qualifier disaster? Will it impact Indian football fans? You mad, bro. It's already impacting the fans, right? In my opinion, it is already impacting the understanding of how people see Indian football. It's become quite negative, I would say. It's a challenge in itself. And therefore, yeah, it's... But I always say the fans need to stick with the game, with support Indian football, and then let's see where we go with that, right? Sorry. I've watched some highlights of SLK matches. Stadiums were empty, low and slow quality playing. Your thoughts? Akash? Sorry, but what did people expect? There will be 1 or 2 clubs, which most of the Malappuram FC most probably will be the biggest entity. I said it a few days ago. To me, that will be the biggest entity. They will be to the SLK what the Blasters have been to the ISL in the first few years. So therefore, what do you expect? What are the challenges faced in India building stadium compared to Germany? Is it money or land? Land is mainly the issue. Mohun Bagan is now a retirement club for A-League stars. Akash could be looked at that way. Eastman need to realize one thing. First, ISL is completely different from I-League, same as Mohun Bagan. I said they need approach and strategy. No, Kiran Ray. One thing. What did Mohun Bagan do? They merged the entity within a functional team into this relationship. De facto, the 80K half of this club has been running the football division, right? East Bengal started afresh, and East Bengal is desperate to catch up with Mohun Bagan, but it's not so easy. Hello, sir. Good evening. Hope you're doing better than Kerala Blasters. Rashid, yes, I am. Thanks a lot. Hope you're doing fine as well, brother. What will it take for AIFF to wake up and raise the issue of OCIPO players with the government of India? Every country is doing it, even South nations. Ishan, it's not a question of the AIFF raising the topic. The AIFF has raised the topic. Even I have personally raised the topic with the government of India. The government of India is not interested, and you can't do anything. Yeah. I feel this season is going to be all about mentality because it seems like 10 teams are going to be in playoffs race. At least any team can beat the other. Yeah, Rachid, I think that's going to be. How do you rate Japan team head coach? I feel he didn't get limelight like other coaches. Yeah, most probably, Murali. As per my point of view, ISL has failed to enter the Hindi belt. Nothing changed for football. Hindi belt as a failed to do their primary target. Was it their primary target, Akash? I don't think so. I don't know why you think was their primary target. At least I've never heard this. Being a Mohun Bagan Supergiant fan, I have to say the midfield is hollow for Mohun Supergiant. No communication tongue has been seen. Really, any specific reasons? Arya, too many options. Too many options in midfield, and the coach has to find still his best setup, and he doesn't have one. I mean, now 4 matches in a row, conceding 2 goals each, minimum two. First match was even 3. 9 goals in the last 4. A lot of times comebacks. Oh, difficult. Exactly, I'm saying East Bengal need an existing club to sustain ISL. Even Northeast United is much better than them. Okay, Gareth Bale in Real Madrid, what a player. Your thoughts on him? Yeah, had his time, and then was phased out. Let's put it this way. To put it nicely, right? He was phased out at some stage by his coach, and Gareth Bale became a passenger at Real Madrid, right? So, and then he became a golf player. During launch of ISL back in February, they said that ISL will help to make football popular in footballing markets. Yeah, Akash. But again, that's very generic. It wasn't a target of the Hindi belt to me. Again, I was part of the ISL in 2014 in the sense that I was running Mumbai City. And to me, you know, that they have grown it. They have grown it into also markets which have had football traditions and have sort of rekindled their love and interest. Um, Kerala Blasters are a perfect example. No club has been able to settle in the state of Kerala for the last 100 years and be successful in long run. We've had FC Kochi, we have Viva Kerala, Chirac Kerala, other teams. This is the first team which has worked. Why do you think do we need more of a vision type of players, Baichung type of for national team? Sorry, got disconnected. To start the answer again, Sanjay, do we need a Vijayan type of player or Baichung type of player? To me, I would ideally have both. Baichung, very opportunistic, very smart striker, cool finisher, and Vijayan had the technical class, the technicality. That combination would be ideal for us. Will Mohun Sporting play in the Salt Lake Stadium? No, FC Euro, their home ground has been named as Kishore Bharati. I guess only the derbies will be played at the Salt Lake Stadium. We will have Kerala Blasters FC versus East Bengal FC on 22nd. Both winners teams will be an interesting match. Yeah, looks like it. Do you think Australia is struggling in their midfield after Aaron Moratime is not much of creative? Yeah. Morally, players retire and then the next bunch has to take over and run it. Akash, if I'm not wrong, I said try to reach in Delhi and Hyderabad, but the problem is the north, you will hardly find corporate players who want to invest in football. Yeah, Girundre, that's one of the problems. FC Goa drawn with Al Rayyan, Wada Qatar first team, Mumbai drawn with UAE Pro League team, Mumbai with the super team. Do you think they can do anything against Al Waqar Tractor? Vedant, I don't think so, because you have to remember that Goa was playing a bubble league at home, and Mumbai City was playing away in Saudi, and this is not a home and away format. So therefore, Mohun Bagan Super Giants very, very tough. And I thought 2 3 years ago we were better than we are now. Sir, something on Venkatesh. He was the under 15 player and player of the reserve last season. Isn't being this consistent in academy, very promising, I guess, for a senior career. Yes, it has a potential. Yeah. But again, he has to deliver on a regular basis, and that's going to be the challenge for this boy. And let's wait and see how far he takes it. The opportunities are there, the potential is there, but he will have to show that he can do it. Personally, I saw an experience that for rich urban people, supporting a local Indian club is too middle class for them. That's the prime reason of huge virtual European leagues. Your point of view, Akash, where is that huge viewership of European leagues? Yeah, right. For me, that's a problem. You know, yeah. So, you know, the huge European viewership doesn't exist. It's a media myth. Okay, he was U15 player of the season that year. Okay, understood about Venkatesh. If Mohun Bagan can't defeat Rafshan, is it thing to worry for ISA quality? Because Rafshan foreign player are of very low quality in that even national team. Vedant, that again, let's see how they play, and we need to worry anyway about our standard of football. Can Manolo be able to ward off quota players from national team? Who are quota players from national team? Where do you come this up with this, Sanjay? So that's the reality, no? Punjab looks like a solid unit. They say, yeah, F0. I said that before, and I repeat it. I think that Punjab FC have a very, very good squad together, and let's see how far this squad can go. Right. So that's the challenge. Yeah. Fan engagement is a worry sign for ISL. I feel they need to be reintroduce old shows like Star Sports do for ISL, because Geo hardly do the shows for ISL. Here on Rare, they're doing the bare minimum. Where is the interest? Again, you will say, yeah, as long as there's no money, no one will do it. So on women today, after first half, it was subbed on as a 10 Luna position in second half, but brought better control by dropping deeper. Surprised how good he played considering his difficulties. I mean, he's one of our most talented players in India. So yeah. That I saw a recent post by Premier League that they have viewership in millions in India per match. They don't. They can post anything and everybody will believe it, right? So not a fact. Their viewership very often is less than the ISL. MLS in upcoming years, where do you think MLS done better? MLS has done very well for themselves morally, and they're growing. Let them grow further. Why isn't India yet naturalized Siddiq community children? We even have our African genes here. Kohli, we used to have a player called Jude Siddi, but if you don't have any players, and Jude Siddi has played, so there's no naturalization process in there. If they play, they will be chosen. Your thoughts on Raul Keep's challenge on Machin? I felt it was a clear red. Machin was lucky not to get a concussion. Yeah. No point of discussion, FC Euro. Not given. Yeah, let's see. Not good refereeing. Vibin is a great player, I feel, and also feel he deserves a better club. Let's see, Geraint there. Quota players means Manvir, Nikhil, Beke, etc. So, Sanjay, to make it clear, Rahul Beke is our best Indian centre back. You call them quota players. Tell me a player who is better than these guys. That's your problem. You want players who are not ready for the national team. They'll make it even worse. That is our problem, right? We don't have those 10 players waiting on the wings who need to play and they will show and all that stuff. That's a problem, right? You can change Manvir out and put, let's say, Rahim Ali in, right? But then people will abuse Rahim Ali. It doesn't belong there. That's our problem. Nikhil Pujari, who, last few days, who saw Ashish Rai? So where are our alternatives? People call for alternatives, and those alternatives then play and are worse than the earlier alternatives. We have a problem. This is what we need to realize. Punjab and Mohammedan done better foreign scouting than big clubs in ISL. Vedant, let's see. Mohammedan, I don't know. What worse can we go from here? Sanjay, we can embarrass ourselves. At the moment, we're losing 3-0. If you want other players to come in, we'll lose 6-0. And then you'll say, oh, these players will develop. These players are not international level. Can anyone tell me that Jay Gupta is international level and people have been demanding Jay Gupta to play? He should be nowhere near the national team at the moment. Let him play another season. So, tell me the players who are better. And people will then come, this, that, and everything. No, we don't have those players. You remember last year's Mumbai versus Al Hilal match, locals were supporting Al Hilal. That's the matter. And that's the mentality of and that's disturbing, Akash. To me, that is very, very disturbing, to say the least, that our people rather support a big Saudi Pro League team than supporting your own team, your own people, your own players. That's brutal, in my opinion, brutal reality at the moment. Indian football team struggles is like same as goal movie Southall United. That's even worse, gear on rear at the moment. The new City Group Academy could make a difference here, I think, because they are the definition of perfection. It's not an academy. It's a football school, Kohli, in Kolkata. It's like the Barca one which switched to Real Madrid. It's not going to make any difference. It's a pay-to-play model. That's the reality. How do you predict international player are not good to play international football? Knowledge and understanding, Murali. That's the job of the coach, of the coaching staff. That's the problem we have, right? 52 minutes crossed, guys. Those of you who are new to the channel, welcome on Arunfoot, where we try and discuss every evening the latest in Indian football. And 1,697 people are following the channel. Thank you very, very much. Maybe we may complete the 1,700 today to achieve another small little milestone, 32 likes. So as always, thank you very much. More likes, more people might get to know that we're doing these, and if you think you like what you're seeing, do share as well. And also have a look at the videos that are there across my channel in regard to, previewing, ISL previewing different clubs. Tomorrow it will be about Mohun Sporting and other videos as well. Do hop over and have a look. And as always, thanks a lot. Exactly, that's what I'm talking. Supporting a local club is low-key stuff for rich urban kids. Yeah, I mean, Akash, it's an understanding, but again, as you will understand, I think it might be more hip, it might be more cool to say, listen, I'm a Real Madrid, I'm a Barca, I'm a Man U, I'm a City, I'm an Arsenal, or whatever fan, Liverpool, right? Barca Real Madrid academy is fooling Indian parents, meaning in the clubs with no academy are sleeping. No, they're not fooling them. I think who's saying that they're fooling them? If you go there, they will clearly tell you this is a pay-to-play model. When you don't know, and if you are that illiterate, right, that is your problem. That's not the problem of the academies. Sorry, Girondre. Don't put it on them. It's very clearly stated. FCB Escola is the Barca soccer school. Yeah, Manchester United soccer school, Arsenal soccer school. The ones. So we should go with them until they're 39. Sanjay, that's not what I'm saying. But tell me anyone as a centre back who at this moment in time is better than Rahul Begli. Right? Tell me any right back. That is my concern. Who are right backs? I'm hoping Valpuya will play like this the next 6 months. Then he becomes an option for next season, for next year. But at the moment, Valpuya has not played enough first team football, in my opinion, to be playing national team. We don't have that exceptional talent who walks into the national team. So it will be trial and error. Tell me what we're lacking by your understanding. Quality. I think that's the easiest thing to say. Can India beat Vietnam and Lebanon? No, in theory, yes, why not? But again, at the moment, what I'm seeing doesn't give me the assurance that we're going to beat them. If India failed to qualify AFC Asian Cup, that's it. I'm done with Indian football. Let's see, Akash. At the moment, it's an uphill task. Let's see what group we get. So no, it can't be said. Do you think development process is very weak in South nations? Yes, we are one of the weakest regions in the world. I think outside of South, most probably Oceania is weaker, but otherwise, we are most probably one of the weakest regions in the world of football. Yes. PFC beat Kerala Blasters FC, upset or expected? Sanskar, in some sort of formal way, it's an upset, but if we see preseason and the squads, maybe not. Akash says it was expected as his point of view. At the moment, we even don't have a backup ready in national team for 5 players minimum. The struggle is real of having quality players ready for international football. That's the problem. And then people call on I-League players to play international football. Right? Tell me a striker who regularly plays in the I-League who should be playing national team. And don't come up with David. David is not even playing I-League. He's just played a few minutes. He mainly played CFL. Right? And you saw, I mean, if he didn't get in the way, Clayton Silver most probably would have equalized yesterday. KBFC looks weak this season. Kohli, yeah, that's potential danger. I think a lot will depend on Adrian Luna. If a goat could manage his time in Sporting B team, that's the best player in recent time. Yeah, I'm pretty rude. No, Akash, you're not rude. That's the reality. I have jokingly challenged players from the Indian national team if they want to, to come here to Remscheid and play 6th division German football and get $300, 300 euros. So therefore, yeah, that's the reality. Ashish Negi said Nikhil Prabhu deserve a chance in national team. And again, Manolo, I say, we're jumping too quickly. Yeah. So, that's the reality. Beating Kerala Vasasi in the coaching from low middle table not expected, so it's an upset. Sanskar, that might be your opinion, but if I look at the two teams and this home and away thing is not even a big issue anymore, I don't think it's that much of an upset. I think that Punjab had, out of topic question, difference do you find in India after living long time in Germany, coming to India? Well, loads of differences. Loads more people, so to say, in India. Traffic is different. It's totally different. Yeah. Social media usually creates hoaxes about young Indian players. That's how I feel. Jay Gupta got selected for national team even before playing much pressure games at club level. Very well. Very, very well said. So 300 euros per day or per match? No, per month, Manolo. It's 6th division. They are amateur players. They don't live off football. They play football for the fun. But again, today we saw a player, as I said, who was signed for 3 million euros by Pep Guardiola for Bayern Munich at the time. We've had a player who used to play Portugal under 17 who used to wear a number 7 shirt for Portugal. So these are failed careers who play sometimes in these leagues, right? A lot of mispasses in today's game. Yeah, Raj, happens, huh? Sanskar and ISL, if any team beat another, I don't think it will be an upset because every team is like a dark horse. Yeah, right. Mediocre hero worshipping is big problem. Someone should tell Chunk to play in some other competitive leagues. Akash, I think Chunk had his chance. When I and friends of mine organized him a trial and training stint with the King Stavanger in Norway 5 years ago, didn't take it, went back. He's our best player now, but I think if he had come to Germany and played in Germany, he could have been even a better player than he is now. Those 300-pound players are better than our goats. Akash, that's the reality. 90% of our team used to play in the under-19 Bundesliga. These players have their basics right. View on Nuno Reis, how he's joining when our transfer windows end, so how is it happen? He's a free agent. He can join Mohun Bagan. He can't sign for the ISL, but they could use him and they will use him for ACL too. Hi, Shumon. Hi, Vashwar. My assessment of Carlos Cordat is his tactics is great for cup tournaments, but for leagues, it's abysmal, suicidal to say the least. I'm afraid was only we're on that way even with our squad. Orithro, let's wait and see. Yes, Carlos has a. I mean, anyone who's seen Carlos' team over the years, he's always been defensive. Barca school here or there, he's defensive. That's his approach. And with the team he has at East Bengal, he should be playing attacking football, and it showed in the last 20 minutes. What's up with East Bengal? Vashwar, wrong tactics, I think, by the coach with the player material he has, right? If any player performs well in ISL and gets best player of the season, does he deserve national team? It depends if the player fits into the system of the coach. That's what I want. That's my only thing of saying. If there is the player doesn't fit into the system of coach, it makes no sense of putting that player into the plans of the coach. I think this needs to be understood. Yeah. This is something where the challenge is on the coach. The coach has to recognize the talent at his disposal, and can they play what he wants out of them. The Asian Cup qualifiers are going to be tough for India. We might face Thailand, Philippines, Syria, Malaysia, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, etc. Country who are second best to all of these teams. Yeah, F0, sadly. Did KC miss Luna today? Yeah, they did. Seeing KBFC performance so sad. Once upon played final with Hyderabad, now losing to PFC. Yeah, but that's reality. So does he know anything about Rodriguez's injury? Alberto seems to have an injury, yes, but not too serious. What I've been told, but again, let's see what is Alberto's situation. It will be decent if our so-called star players can sustain themselves in Thai league or Malaysian league. It's really tough outside India. Someone to magnify this direct to our stars. Yeah, but year on year, why would they go abroad? With so much of money being offered in India, why would they go abroad? Simple question from my side. Oh, now, where do you live in Germany? I never watched Bundesliga at stadium. Akash, I live in the west of Germany, close to Cologne, Düsseldorf, in a small town called Remscheid. I didn't think Carlos is a cup manager, otherwise he would have won against Lajong in Duran Cup. Yeah, and that can also be said, Manolo. Can Bayer Leverkusen continue the streak? Murali, Bayer, not Bayern. Bayer, it's a company. It's not Bayern, the state. And the streak has ended last week, right? They lost to Leipzig. Views on Jesus KBFC striker. One with potential. Let's wait and see. Too early to say anything. So you said Jay Gupta is not ready for national team. What are the other options we have? I would have liked to have seen last season Akash Sangwan, to be very honest. I thought Akash Sangwan deserved more to play national team than Jay Gupta. And they're now in the same club, so it's really interesting to see Tuesday. Jay Gupta or Akash Sangwan? Right. Let's see. I thought Akash Sangwan deserved it more. The argument against bringing a new young coach that I've been told is the way they would want to play out players aren't capable, like pressing, controlling half space, so someone who's in India. Looks like it. With Noah, Luna, Jesus, didn't you so many start foreign players still lose to basis of upset? No, it's not, Sanskar. Why are you pressing, this? It might be to you. To me, again, it's your opinion. Keep it, please. My opinion is not in that way an upset. I think Punjab is going to be the dark horse for the playoffs this season. And always been advocated, even though the young coach might have potential to be better than the other. Yeah, but again, you have to realize what can you do. If you want to give chance to any young star for Indian national team, Murali, they need to show something which is exceptional. And where the coach thinks can do something at international level. Is this Alberto replacement? No, Sanskar. He's been signed for the ACL too. I don't see. Okay. Our goats feel ashamed to go to trial for foreign clubs. They think by seeing the performance, big clubs will WhatsApp them. Yeah. We have Roshan much better than Jay. I also think Akash Sangwan. Yeah. But again, Roshan was injured for the national team, wasn't fully fit. As Akash Mishra is injured, yeah. Right, Blue. I don't see our national team getting improved until few of our players play outside India because they are playing in a safe bubble. They are not realizing world football is much bigger than money. Yeah, gear and rare, but yeah. What am I going to say on that? Second, Nuno plays defensive midfielder. Someone potentially can from he's played that in the past. But I'm not. Let's see what has he been brought in. Do you think the season is a little bit quicker than the last one? Didn't feel so. Some of the matches felt a little slower. Can Dortmund and Stuttgart pose a threat to Leverkusen and Bayern for the Bundesliga title? I think Leipzig, RB Leipzig, the Red Bull club, I think are a bigger threat to Leverkusen, Bayern than Dortmund and Stuttgart at the moment. What difference do you find Akash Sangwan and Jay Gupta? Do you find Akash's edge over Gupta? Yeah, I find overall I find him better. And he's more composed. He's a little older, of course, but I thought he's done good in the last 2 seasons at Chennai. Bye, time for gym. Good night, guys. Good night, Akash. All the best. So, an issue with Story is that he doesn't have a first 11 after 60 days of preseason. A point may be given that all the players weren't there from start of preseason, especially key foreigners. Now, some of the coaches on a first match day might not have a fixed team. A lot of coaches actually don't, when they come in and your structure is not right. So therefore, give them time. I don't understand why they not go for foreign defensive midfield that can help in the ACL, also in the ISL. Sanskar, I've been asking this question for weeks and months. But again, Mohun Bagan have had a strategy which they think is right. And therefore, again, I hope and I wish them all the best. And if it works for them, great. If it doesn't work with them, they will have to face the consequences in the thing. Do you think long-term camp can improve team or bunch of lies? To me, a long-term camp is nice to have, but the reality is we are part of a global football calendar. So you have to try and find, again, the summer window is one, but otherwise, no. I mean, you will not be able to change the basics. These players are too old, right? Chankte was always technically very good. It's just that he's got more elements to his game, which has made him better. What about U17 Youth League? Suraj, CR7, that will happen sometime this season. Don't ask me when, but again, that will be, I guess, later on in the season. Right, 1 hour and 7 minutes. Sorry, not 7 minutes. 1 hour and 7 minutes, or 1 hour and 8 minutes and a few seconds. Those of you who are new, welcome to arunfoot here on YouTube. If you like what you see, do leave a like behind and share it with friends. Potentially, you could join our conversation. 36 likes today. Thank you very, very much, everyone, for that. 1,699 subscribers, so one short of 1,700. We will be able to make that. And always also look at my previews of the ISL, which I've been doing on the different teams. We'll be doing one tomorrow regarding Mohun Sporting ahead of their first ever ISL game. And do support the channel, and thank you very much to all of you who are doing it. If we don't qualify for Asian Cup, then send these players to Sunday League, or they aren't good enough. Why the Sunday League you can't play? You can't play in amateur football per se, right? You have to have a pro contract, or you have to have working somewhere to be playing football on the side. Who's been very close to defeat Spain Olympics? Morally, I don't remember who played whom in the Olympics. McLaren, Sahal, Manvir, Ashik, Thapa, Tangri are a front six which didn't start from once, which are probably best squad depth-wise. Yeah, I would say Mohun Bagan had it last season. This season, yeah, they have depth. The question is, McLaren wasn't even in the squad. So let's wait and see. Mumbai City versus Mohun Bagan. I was not what was happening, how much after Putin, how much music I was not expecting, especially after seeing a better performance. Mumbai City played. Mumbai City conceded two. The first one was very unlucky. The second one was a class goal from Alberto, but Mumbai City were the better team and at least got a draw in the end, right? I think Mumbai City actually deserved to win, if I'm being very, very honest. Long camp without matches is nothing. Shuman, camp is nice to have, but again, you don't nowadays normally play matches outside of the FIFA window. That's a real problem. Any future plans to travel to India? Yeah, Murali, there are, but again, the health of my parents come to India. Shocked by India football structure when you're coming from a structured football country? Yeah, of course. Every time, sadly. Any positive, negative surprise by Indian football? Poor Murali, there are so many things which are negative in the sense of with all the potential we have, we've never fulfilled our potential. You said structure. Yeah, structure. The stakeholders don't, it's not my problem, not my mistake. It's always the blame goes to someone else. That's the you know uh, yeah. Um, so that's these are reality. So yeah. If our players have the quality problem, then what is the need to play possession-based football? My question is regarding football national team. Raj, we're not playing possession football. We can't play possession football. If anyone is talking about possession football in context of the Indian national team, sorry, then I have to say these people don't understand football. Let's try and do the football basics properly. If the need be, play to the wings, let the wingers run, cross it in, striker in, boom, goal, done. If that needs to be, it needs to be simple. And that's what Bob Houghton used to say, and that worked for him. Why is the standard in I-League 3 so bad? Because that's I-League 3. It's the fourth tier of Indian football. If the top tier is in such standards, what do you expect that the third the I-League 3 will be better than the ISL? Mohun Bagan Super Giant can go in the 4 at back if you want to play 3 back. Then why sack Habas's decision? He also had good given result of this formation. Sanskar, ask Mohun Bagan Super Giant why they made those decisions, right? Do you think structure issue, not only issue in football, exist all across sports and not solving problems? Yeah, of course, Murali. It's a general issue, right? Right, guys. It's been a long day for me, so I'll slowly come to an end today. 1 hour and 12 minutes of this Indian football discussion on a Sunday evening. As I said, like, share, and subscribe. As always, 1,699. So if someone is watching and not subscribed, please do. We crossed that threshold. And 38 likes. Thanks a lot, guys. And as always, as I said, also watch the other videos. And I'll be back tomorrow. I'm not sure when because I've got an evening gig which I have to go to. So it won't be post-match. So I might do something in the afternoon. I'm not sure when because I might be out in the afternoon as well. So therefore, watch out when the live will be tomorrow. And I said, like, share, and subscribe. This is the end of it. Anwar Chaudhary, arunfoot signing off. Bye on this Sunday night.